Another day, another country showing that they have more sense of self and what is owed to them than Americans. I'm talking about Iran. I'm talking about the protests that are currently sweeping through the country around the cost of living and affordability. Just that. Um, because they are able, the average person in the country is able to recognize that all of the changes are benefiting a very small group of people in the government and not the average person. Someone was quoted as saying this is literally a bread revolution. We need to eat. Um, that's a very famous slogan. A long time ago, when workers would go on strike, they'd say, "We strike for bread, but we strike for roses too." And at that time, it was about the bread was what you needed to survive, and the rose was a little bit of something better, right? A little pleasure on top of your daily bread to live. And now we are back in the place where people are actually like, I just need bread. Um, and I wonder why we don't see ourselves in that struggle as Americans. I often chalk it up to just programming and just like we have been so indoctrinated into our rights and we are already free and we're the greatest country on earth. Like I do think that that is some of it, but there's also some other like because our parents, the government are the way they are, like we have incredibly low self-esteem and we don't think we deserve anything. So we're not going to ask for anything or fight for anything or demand anything. In my 20 plus years as a union organizer, over and over again, I would run into workers when we were having the conversation about, do you want more? Do you want a union? Do you want higher wages and better benefits? And so many times, particularly, I've said this before, but it's true, particularly white men would say no. They would say, well, if the boss knows what he's doing, the boss knows, right, what we can afford, what I'm worth. The boss knows that. So no, I'm not going to interrupt because that person of authority knows better than me. And I'm seeing it now on this wide scale of like just we all just assume that we don't need to have a say in this. And I just think it's very interesting because we talk about like when people think of freedom and patriots, they think these big burly Americans, but we literally won't even say, hey man, you took the bread off my plate. Give it fucking back. It's kind of weird, right?